Hey there, paranormal lovers! Welcome to the Paranormal Playground Podcast. I'm your host, Josh. The playground is a place where the line between myth and reality blurs, and every day is an adventure into the supernatural. Whether you're here to learn about ghostly folklore or just enjoy a good scare, the Paranormal Playground is your go-to haunt for all things otherworldly. Today we're going to talk about black-eyed children, commonly referred to as BCs or Becks. I'll also be sharing a creepypasta called Whispers of the Abyss, a story about two people's search for the extraordinary leads them to the desolate town of Landon, where they encounter a sinister inn that traps them in a nightmarish reality. Let's get into it, shall we? Black-eyed children. For centuries, people have reported encounters with mysterious figures, with one of the most puzzling being the black-eyed children. But who are they? What do they want? And why do they have black eyes? The first recorded sightings of the black-eyed children date back to the late 1990s. Brian Bethel claims to have encountered two young boys who asked for a ride home in Abilene, Texas. The boys had pale skin and black, empty eyes that seemed to look right through him. The experience left Brian feeling uneasy, and he quickly drove away. The phenomenon of black-eyed children is rooted in the folklore of supernatural beings such as demons and spirits that have been a part of many cultures throughout history. These beings are often depicted as having black, soulless eyes that symbolize a lack of emotion or humanity. Over the years, many theories have been proposed to explain the black-eyed children. Some believe they are aliens, others think they are demons, and still others believe they are simply a manifestation of the human psyche. From a psychological perspective, the phenomenon of black-eyed children can be explained as a manifestation of the human mind's fear of the unknown. People are naturally afraid of things that are different from what they know, and the idea of children with black eyes is definitely different. This fear can create vivid hallucinations and lead people to believe that they have encountered a black-eyed child. However, many believe the black-eyed children are a natural, supernatural phenomenon. They believe the children are not of this world and may have come to our world for a specific purpose. Despite the different theories about the black-eyed children, one thing is for sure: people continue to report encounters with them. The phenomenon of the black-eyed children continues to be a mystery, with no definitive explanation for their origins or purpose. But one thing is clear: they have captured the imagination of people worldwide. Whether they are aliens, demons, or just a manifestation of the human psyche, the black-eyed children will continue to be a source of fascination and fear. The legend of black-eyed children, or BCs, has become a popular topic in paranormal and horror circles, with many people claiming to have encountered these mysterious and sinister-looking children. While no credible scientific evidence supports the existence of BCs, stories and accounts of encounters with these entities have continued to captivate the public imagination. Many stories of encounters with BCs describe similar experiences, including the children's sudden appearance at night, their black, soulless eyes, and a sense of unease or dread in their presence. Some accounts describe the children as asking to be let into homes or vehicles, while others recount experiences of being followed by the children or awoken in the middle of the night by their presence. In some cases, those who claim to have encountered BCs describe feeling physically ill or experiencing intense fear in their presence. In contrast, others report a sense of being paralyzed or unable to move or speak. Some have also described strange or unexplained occurrences after encountering the BCs, including unexplained noises, ghostly apparitions, and even physical harm. It is important to note that many of these accounts of encounters with BCs are anecdotal and unverified, and there is no scientific evidence to support their authenticity. However, the popularity of the BC legend and the numerous stories of encounters with these entities have led many people to believe that there may be some truth to the legend, and that these strange and sinister children may be more than just the product of imagination. In conclusion, the stories of encounters with black-eyed children should be approached with skepticism, as no concrete evidence supports their authenticity. However, the popularity of the legend of BECs and the numerous accounts of encounters with these entities have continued to captivate the public imagination and fuel ongoing speculation and discussion about their existence. Whether they are real or simply the product of fear and imagination remains a mystery. Creepypasta time, whispers of the abyss. In the heart of rural Arizona lay a forgotten town named Landon, eternally trapped in a time beyond memory. Its streets were overgrown with weeds, and the buildings stood as grim reminders of an era that had long since faded. The sun, relentless in its gaze, seemed to cast an unending pallor over the town, as if it were a place abandoned not just by people but by life itself. Sarah and David, two brave souls with a penchant for the macabre, stumbled upon Landon while searching for an adventure beyond the mundane. Tales of the town's eerie ambiance and unsettling legends had piqued their curiosity, and they arrived under a moonless sky that cast an inky shroud over the desolation. The Landon Inn, a relic of a bygone era, welcomed them with an almost tangible chill that seemed to seep into their bones. Cobwebs clung to the corners, and portraits of nameless figures adorned the walls, their eyes following their every move. The innkeeper, a woman with a gaze as deep and enigmatic as the void itself, smiled, concealing a hint of something sinister. As the couple settled into their room, they couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Shadows danced along the walls, whispering secrets long forgotten. The air grew heavy, and even the silence seemed oppressive. Sarah and David, their nerves on edge, clung to each other as they sought solace in the unfamiliar surroundings. The night deepened, and a faint tapping echoed through the room. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as her eyes fixated on the window where two figures stood in the moonlight. Their faces were obscured, but their eyes, those eyes were black as the void itself, devouring the light around them. The couple's hearts raced as the tapping turned into a rhythmic pounding, like a drumbeat of impending doom. The room grew colder, the air thickening with an unseen presence. The doorknob rattled, and before they could react, the door swung open to reveal the children, their clothing tattered, their faces expressionless masks, and their eyes, those eyes that seemed to swallow all emotion and light. Their voices, a haunting chorus of whispers, wormed their way into Sarah and David's minds. They spoke of ancient secrets, forgotten rituals, and a hunger transcending time and space. The room seemed to pulse with evil energy, the walls contracting as if they were closing in on the couple. Sarah's trembling hand reached out, brushing against something unnatural, a wall that wasn't there before. Panic surged within them as they realized the room was changing, warping into a nightmarish labyrinth that defied the laws of reality. They stumbled through endless corridors that led to dead ends, the whispers growing louder and more insistent with each passing moment. Amidst the confusion, a flicker of light emerged, guiding them toward a room unlike the others. The inn's history seemed to converge within its walls, memories and nightmares intertwining in a tapestry of terror. In the center of the room stood a mirror, its surface a gateway to a realm beyond comprehension. As the mirror's reflection distorted, the children's whispers grew deafening, resonating in their minds like a maddening cacophony. Shadows converged upon the mirror, twisting and contorting into grotesque forms clawed at reality's edges. David's reflection stared back at him, its eyes as black as the abyss, as if his soul had been consumed. In a surge of desperate courage, Sarah and David shattered the mirror, breaking the sinister spell that had ensnared them. Light flooded the room, banishing the darkness and revealing the inn's true horror, a history steeped in sacrifice, obsession, and the insatiable hunger of the abyss. As dawn broke over Landon, Sarah and David fled the town, their minds forever scarred by the encounter. The whispers of the abyss followed them, echoes of an evil force that lingered on the edges of reality. Landon remained trapped in its timeless void, its secrets known only to the wind and the shadows dancing upon its forsaken streets. Well, that's it for today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have ever encountered a Beck, let me know. Leave a comment where you are listening to this episode or connect with me via the Paranormal Playground Podcast pages on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X, formerly known as Twitter. In our following paranormal discussion, I will discuss the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. Let me know if you have any stories related to the Cecil or other paranormal hotel stories, or if you have a subject, location, myth, or urban legend you would like me to cover. Thanks for listening. Your support means the world to me. Remember, spread kindness wherever and whenever you can. The world needs a lot more of that. Till next time, peeps, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.